Hello, FranServe consultants and everybody watching. Today, we have Maya Ratcliff, who is the founder of Hawaii Fluid Art. This is such a great brand, you guys, so worth checking out. I know that just from watching some information about you and learning about it, you are an active art studio. And we're going to get into some really interesting details. Today, we're doing a FranTastic InSights where we provide some insights from some of the coolest people in franchising. And as you all know, my name is Ari O'Brien. I am the VP of Franchise Expansion here at FranServe. We are the largest consulting organization in the world, and our mission is to help change people's lives through franchise ownership. We do that through an incredible network of franchisors and franchise consultants who help their candidates explore franchise opportunities. So with that, let me get into this with you, Maya. Thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. And as we say in Hawaii, aloha.
Aloha. I love it. I cannot wait to visit one of your locations. I know you're going to be opening one here in my hometown of Las Vegas, so we're excited for that. So I know that your mission statement is to inspire and nurture human spirit, one painting at a time, which I love. I think that's so powerful. Can you share with our audience a little bit about what Hawaii Fluid Art does and kind of what your role is and all the things that make your brand unique, because it is so unique?
Yes, absolutely. So we are an active art gallery. When you first walk in, you can see behind me some beautiful art on the walls. And we feature local artists, artisans, and jewelry makers in the locations where we're located. But we're also an active art studio, and we teach art classes 6 times a day, 7 days a week. We teach all sorts of different types of classes: resin classes, fluid art classes, rock painting, glass painting, silk scarf marbling. It goes on and on, so people can come back over and over again. We do small groups, large groups, on-site parties, corporate events. We're kind of the it place to go for a fun event, whether it's a birthday party or a group of 100. So we think that's pretty fun. And right now we have multiple locations, corporate locations, Hawaii, Kansas City, and here in Dallas, Texas, which is where our corporate training center is.
That's great. And I know that you're expanding like crazy. We were just discussing 35 locations sold with some really, great goals coming into 2023. So maybe you can talk a little bit about what your expansion is looking like for the next year, what markets you want to really focus on so that everybody knows, where you're looking to grow.
Okay, absolutely. So we have, in the last 4 months, we've sold 35 locations. 2 of those are open. We have multiple other people already secured their real estate by using our real estate team. We do have an in-house real estate team that helps all of our franchisees secure their commercial and retail locations. We just are so blessed and thankful for the growth that we're seeing. We're expected to have 150 locations sold by the end of 2023. I think that's a conservative number based on how many letters of intent we have right now. So that's pretty amazing. And then we launch in Canada February of 2023 because we've had such a demand in Canada. So we've already started all that paperwork and we're very excited. We are working on our infrastructure on a daily basis because every franchisee needs to feel like they're our only franchisee. Now, we are a big, happy family of employees and team members and corporate staff and the Z's. And what we do is for every 10 locations sold, we bring on a franchise coordinator that will help take care of those franchisees. Now, we have everything from a very detailed corporate training center to we've negotiated all the payroll. We have a corporate health benefit and 401k program. So not only do the local employees have medical coverage and 401k, the franchisees themselves can join our group policy, which is massive because the prices are so good. So we've negotiated with companies nationwide for products, payroll, our 800 numbers, everything to make sure that the Z is very well taken care of, and that the weight is on the shoulder of corporate.
That's huge, because you just don't see that with a lot of franchise systems. And so to offer that to a potential candidate that maybe wants to leave their job but doesn't know where to go for health insurance. So
absolutely.
Such a great opportunity for so many people. Now, talk to me a little bit about what you look for in a franchisee. Do you want them to have an art background? Do you want, okay. Yeah. Okay. Good.
I have a corporate banking background. We can teach anybody these art forms. I promise. None of my current franchisees have an art background. Not one of them. They all come from IT, corporate America, banking, teachers, social workers, you name it. We look for somebody with a good heart, who is willing to learn, and who has a vision to create something beautiful for their community and for themselves. And that's really what we're about. We're about giving back to our communities, but making it a very profitable business for the Z.
So, yeah, I mean, I can tell that you really kind of have that aspect when it comes to really picking those right owners and just growing the brand and making it so successful and making it just, a household name in so many different markets. So that's great.
Absolutely.
Now, so I know you launched in 2020.
Out of my garage. Yep, out of my garage.
So maybe you can share with everybody your story and how that came about, because I know that your intention was not to open this business and franchise it. It all just kind of happened, and it happened the right way. So can you talk to everybody a little bit about like what went on and what steps you took and how the whole situation in the garage started?
Yeah. So I started creating because I was needing a hobby. And I found some paints that were a little dry, and I watered them down and dumped them on a plate. And next thing you know, I was like, this is cool. So I started creating, and I started posting on Facebook, and people started buying my art. And I'm like, this is crazy. I'm not an artist. And then people started asking me to teach what I was doing. So I was teaching on site at schools and things like that. And then we decided to go ahead and open a studio in our garage. We converted our 2-car garage into a studio. And in 6 months, I taught over 1,000 people. And that was at the end of 2020. Now, this is, COVID. We all wore masks, stood 6 feet apart, had gloves on, the whole bit. Eventually, I realized that I couldn't keep doing this out of my garage. And so we opened our first retail center in Hawaii on the Big Island. And that was May 1st. 2021. So only 18 months ago. And the demand was so insane that I thought, maybe we have something here. I mean, we didn't have any tourists on the island or anything at this point. Tourism was shut down. So this was just local people wanting to escape from reality and come do something fun and beautiful. So then we opened our Kansas City location, and we opened that in October of 2021. So we did so well with our first location. We opened our second location. And in that time, we had, I have some very famous clients, people that you would recognize their names, who said to me, Maya, you really need to franchise this. Everybody deserves to experience Hawaii fluid art. And so we went through the process of franchising. Yeah. And so here we are. We launched to the public April 20th. We now have a corporate training center in Dallas, Texas. We're opening a big store in Las Vegas. We have a team of 14 people. Yep, 14 people that help support the franchisees. And it's just been an incredible journey, and it feels like it was meant to be.
So amazing. Now, is that your painting behind you? Because it's so beautiful. Did you do that?
I did not do that. That's a Robin Bones piece. And she is one of our fabulous artists. And let me tilt this back just so you can kind of get a better picture. Look at that.
Gorgeous.
So she is actually originally from the islands, but she now lives in Austin, Texas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I love that. I'm kind of eyeing all the pictures behind you and taking them in. So
yeah.
Well, this was great. Is there any final thoughts or anything that you want to share with our viewers about Hawaii Fluid Art?
Well, as you said, what our mission statement is, and we live by that, and that's to inspire and nurture the human spirit one painting at a time. And what I can add to that is to bring joy to our franchisees, give them a wonderful business model and all the support that they could possibly need to be successful. And I, as the founder, am always available for questions. Just schedule a time with me, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Sounds wonderful. Well, thank you again for being here today. It was a pleasure speaking with you. And yeah, we're excited to see what Hawaii Fluid Art does.
Yay! Thank you.
Take care.
Mm-hmm.